thank you so much for all of the lovely comments on our last video regarding the tiny home. We could not be more excited.
Yeah, we're so happy that you are all just as excited as we are. Now, you're probably thinking, all right, let's get sucked straight into the build. Like, we have the tiny home shell, let's get going, but we actually have other plans.
Now, we've kept this a little bit hush-hush because it is a surprise. We are going over to the States to surprise Kendall's sister and brother-in-law and nephew. First Christmas we're going to have with her family in 7 years.
Since I moved to Australia, having an actual Christmas back at home with my family that we just love so much has been, something that we've been wanting to do for a while.
So I've got our coffee in us. Let's get ready to fly out tonight. Before we send Leo off, I should give him one final little frisbee go. Where is the little bugger?
Got a good day coming, and it's all I need. Everything I wanted is in front of me. Stuck it up and I'm down, sun is shining over me. I got a good thing coming, just wait and see. It's a good.
Good boy. So we've got his and hers bag. Oh, Leo, have it inspect.
I think he knows that we're leaving. This is one of the saddest parts about traveling abroad, is that obviously we can't bring him. And it just breaks my heart. You have no idea. He's like,
Oh, I know. He's going to do everything to make us stay.
He knows. Oh, you're breaking my heart.
One thing we are taking with us too is I didn't realise that Americans don't celebrate Christmas with Christmas bonbons. Now, every Australian household has Christmas bonbons.
Yep.
So we've got to give a little bit of Australia to the Americans for a bit of Christmas cheer.
I feel like they're so silly, but I think that's just the best thing about them, is that it's just a fun little tradition, and I can't wait to show my family this.
Now, for you North Americans that don't know, bonbons are a thing you do while you're having lunch or before having lunch, depending on your family. And you cross your hands over and everyone has a bonbon, and you pull each end and they crack apart. And inside them is a terrible joke, normally, quite a tacky gift, and a little paper crown of different colours that you wear for the rest of lunch. Now, it sounds silly. It is silly. But for some reason, we all just love it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? Just being silly. Can you hear that? No, you can't, because there are no cicadas or cicadas. And it's so peaceful. I feel like the last month and a bit, and you'd notice on Max's channel as well, like all we've been talking about is like how loud they've been. It's just been like actually driving me insane. But now I think that they're slowly tapering off, and it's finally getting so nice and peaceful.
And you might think that we're being a bit dramatic here, but we did find out, so cicadas are always loud, right? But we did find out that it's a 1 in 100 year occurrence that two different types of species on the same year at the same time have hatched. So it's two frequencies of pitches, but also double the population.
Yeah.
So this year is apparently way worse than most years, which is nuts. So normally they're loud. This year has been like overwhelmingly loud.
What a beautiful way to welcome us to the rainforest, right? This is what living in the bush is like.
You say good morning, I thought to myself, but is it still? You say no worries, I thought to myself, I bet I will. If I were through.
Man, we just dropped Leo off, and it just breaks my heart every time saying goodbye.
Every dog owner will know how hard it is to say goodbye to your dog when you're going away. We spent like every minute of every day with him for 99.9% of his life.
Oh gosh, never gets easier. He's our little son.
But he's in great hands. We've got good friends of ours looking after him with plenty of dogs to keep him company too, which is great.
Let's go to the airport.
Let's get to the airport.
Follow it through, baby, I need some time to follow it through, baby, in passing time.
We made it to Arizona.
That was a long travel night, or however many hours.
Whatever it was. We arrived
Wow.
pretty late last night. But we've had a good sleep, so hopefully we're not too jet lagged today.
But today is the day. So obviously my parents are in on the surprise. They know all about it. We're at my parents' place. My mom got a text from my sister this morning saying that they're on their way. So now we just have to wait and get ready and hope that we can do this surprise well. We realized that it's actually been 8 years since we've had Christmas with my whole family. So this is a big deal. Okay, so let's fast forward to the surprise. Here we go. They just arrived. We're gonna hide behind the Christmas tree and hopefully they all come at the same time.
At the same time. This is the hardest thing of all, but fingers crossed.
Let's go.
Oh, here we are. Go, go, go. Surprise! Oh my god! Oh my god! Todd! Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! What?
Surely she doesn't know.
What? How? Oh my god! Oh my god! How are you here? How are you guys here? Oh my god! I cannot believe it! Oh my, did you know? Holy crap! Twice?
Yeah, but like, now they're never gonna know.
Now everything's gonna suck. Every time we go anywhere, it's gonna be like, that's so cool. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Mom, do you see all the cameras? Do you see all the cameras? Jeez. I didn't realize we were so famous. So how long have you guys been planning this?
It's an incredible privilege to have your heart spread across multiple places. Every moment feels fleeting, so much so that you wish you could press pause just to have enough time to soak it all in before the next one takes over. You learn really quickly that quality time is irreplaceable, and that all that really matters at the end of the day is your love for one another, no matter the distance.
You pull them apart.
1, 2, 3.
Which of Santa's reindeers has to...
We spent the next 2 weeks split between my hometown of San Diego and my parents' new place in Arizona, doing a little bit of exploring, but mostly just enjoying being together, even if only for a brief time. And just like that, we're back.
We're back.
What an amazing few weeks that was with my family. It felt so good just to check out, be so present with them, not pick up the camera that much, and just soak up family time. It means so much, especially just, living so far away from them.
Having that time with Kendall's family has given us so much energy to be back now. And we've got such a big year ahead. Obviously, we have an empty house that we need to try and build ourselves. And we are so ready to get stuck into it. So we've actually kind of moved into the house now, because who wouldn't? I mean, this isn't going to be our bedroom, but right now it makes the most amount of sense. Such a beautiful view. And we're just so excited to just enjoy every step of this tiny house process. Thank you all so much for all your helpful comments. It's so cool to know how many of you are invested right from the start, because it means we can bring you along, and also you'll have a lot of input into a lot of our design choices, helping us out. And as we said last episode, we really haven't done this before, so any tips you do have are so greatly appreciated. A few recurring themes from last video. Obviously, there was a lot of conversation around the coffee table. I did not realize how many of you would be so invested. We had so many people reach out with incredible ideas. I even got sent one or two drawings and renderings of a plan. The most common ones we had pop up were either rounded edges or rounded coffee table. This is definitely not off the cards. It's just way harder to tape curved edges and circles. So I just started with a rectangle to give us an idea of space. A few really creative ideas were sent through as well. A lot of them, however, were a little bit more like a caravan-y kind of breakdown setup, to the point that they're super handy in tiny, tiny spaces. But for the overall feel that we want for the house, we want it to look like it's really solid furniture and very much more like a stylish home. And often a lot of those ones, I've gone down so many rabbit holes trying to design modifiable coffee table that still looks stylish and like a bought piece of furniture, but can transform. But I have not figured out an option. There are a few really creative ideas, but I think they still just aren't super solid. One being also an ottoman, which are really great. However, because this is our only dining room and coffee table, it's not just going to be used for like cups, but also most of our meals will be put on here. And I just can't see an ottoman material lasting very long with a dog particularly. So thinking more hard surface, solid, really important for us. And a need for not only wanting it to be solid, but also the fact that we want to convert it into a day bed means it needs to be able to support a lot of weight when we do transition into a bed. So it's not just a personal preference, but also it structurally needs to be really sound. Keep sending any ideas you do have through because they're all so great and I just can't wait to see more creative ideas. Also, the layout of the L-seater couch is like this because one, obviously we have the view out that way. If it was out the other way, we'd be looking just at like a bird of paradise bush. But also we are going to be having a picture frame TV on this wall. So that way we've got obviously a nice view for either the couch or the daybed when we're not watching TV, but we also have like a little movie set up facing this way when we do. Because otherwise, a lot of you pointed out, why don't we have a window here, which would be amazing. We'd also thought about a projector and then the blinds come down for a screen. However, we weren't really sold on where to put it permanently, and it would also kind of be an eyesore and look a bit funny. So we figure it's better to be more like a work of art or picture that we can also turn into a TV as well. Something that we craved so much on the road, and I feel like anyone that has lived on the road can agree with me 100%, is we really just wanted to be able to veg out or rot and just watch TV or watch a movie, cozy on down in a super comfy couch and just enjoy it when the weather's bad or we're super run down or tired. We can just retreat back here and be so comfy. And it's why we've gone for like a big comfy couch. It's why we want like the TV. It all sort of lends itself to be this super cozy space that we've craved for 5 years that we haven't had it. Another really common theme that popped up in the questions a lot was the size of our sink. Now I know I said a small sink, but I was meaning relative to the giant farmhouse sinks that like a lot of houses do have. Now, as cool as they are and beautiful as they are, I think they're just impractical for how big they are. Now, it doesn't mean we're gonna have a sink this big. The main thing is we're gonna have a sink the size of our largest pot and pan. That's all you need. Anything extra is a waste of space. But don't worry, it is gonna be big enough.
A lot of you also noticed that when we opened the window, I was standing in the spot that the countertop is going to be, like the whole kitchen. And then you also were concerned about how we're going to get the window back down. Very good comments, and I appreciate you thinking of all of these things and flagging them with us. It means so much to us. We have thought about it, so don't worry. We can definitely reach it when the countertop is here. It just unlatches and then opens up on its own. And then we will have the deck on the outside that will then just push it closed. It's as simple as that, but can definitely see how it would be a completely impossible task if we didn't have the deck space out there.
So we have a massive week ahead, or well, year, really. It's a weird time at the moment because a lot of businesses are still closed as the year has only just begun. There's a lot of organising that we're doing, ordering stuff, getting in touch with companies, but a lot of places are still closed. So we've got a bit of tinkering that we can do this week, plus a lot of behind the scenes organising.
I think we've been talking enough though, so let's get stuck into it. We're gonna build some makeshift front steps.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Not very nice, but we have a plan. The reason why this is a makeshift staircase is because we're going to be tackling the deck pretty early on in the build, and to save wasting any excess material, we should be able to get enough timber to make the deck, use a lot of offcuts and a couple of fresh bits, and make the appropriate steps that also match the deck. So for the moment, it's just making it a little bit easier getting in and out for all of us, dogs included. And hopefully it won't be too long before this won't be such an ugly eyesore, but will actually be a nice little staircase in. Get up there.
Woo! Woo! Well done.
Yeah, come out.
Come on out. Wow.
Wow. Leo approves. First job done. Woo! Celebrating every single step of the way. Huh? See what I did there?
That was a good one.
Unfortunately, the rest of the week, we have a lot of emails to do, a lot of calls to make, a lot of things to order that isn't very exciting. So we will see you guys on the next episode where we actually start building out this tiny.
Yay, let's go.